Okay, so today is leg day. I've got one knee sleeve on and it's on my leg. And we're putting knee sleeves on today. I want to try and focus a bit more on quads. So I want to support my knees the best they can, the best I can, with some knee sleeves. So these SBDs, there's so many different types of knee sleeve. There's ones obviously with like gentle support, so it'd be like a low millimeter, like maybe like 5 mil. These SBDs are like a 7 millimeter, so they're quite thick. So they actually support and help extension of the knee. Obviously the support is where my priority is from a knee sleeve, so that's good. But also to produce a bit more extension and drive through the leg, so you can push a bit more. Obviously, we're going to still stick to the weight that I'm familiar with. Like I'm not using these to push any more than I'm capable of. But the good thing about these is that I'm going to be, even just like mentally, I'm just going to be mentally a little bit more happier with what I'm doing and being able to drive and extend from here. Most leg exercises, we don't really want to fully lock out of the leg because you go onto your skeleton, you get a bit of a break. We want to be moving these leg machines and exercises to a point where we're keeping it in the quads and keeping it in the legs. So time under tension, that's what it's called. And really try and get a beast in. So I'm going to take you through my leg workout today. We're going to cover quite a bit. We're going to do quads and hamstrings, so you get a good idea of what a good leg workout I like to do is. So let's go. Okay, so the first exercise I'm going to do, and what I recommend is doing a big compound to start. Okay, so I want to do an exercise that's going to hit multiple muscles. It's going to be probably the one that I need the most energy for at the start. So we're looking at today front squat. Out of all the squats, these are my favorite squats. So we're obviously packing on the legs, quite quad dominant, obviously not like 100% quads because everything's being used to get up, but we're using our quads a lot more because the weight is on our front. Okay, that's kind of any like quite a good knowledge when it comes to leg day. If you want to target the quads more, get on your quads. So it's either have the weight in front of you or incline the heels so you're over your toes more. So we're gonna hit the front squat. I like this one because the weight's on my in front of me. I'm not weights on my back. It's not any weight on my back like so. And also I feel like it benefits a lot of things. So my front rack position, you can see my shoulder health is really good. I can lift my elbows up nice and high because of the constant training of it. And if I want to do overhead press, I'm also building up a really good foundation for that. So it's kind of like helps a lot of things all together. So without hitting the microphone, let's bring that down. We're gonna go for a set of 10. One. That's another thing. During this set, my wrists are gonna warm up during this. So I want to hit good rep range, nice and low, like so. So I'm going to go through my warm-ups and then I'll bring you back in on my working set, which would be the weight that I want to be doing a nice challenging 10 for. All right, team, so we've worked up to 80 kilos. So we're going to do 3 sets of 10 at this. I'll just show you my first set. But I've got the music and the belt, so we're doing mean business now. So yeah, I'll show you this first set. This has taken quite a lot of time to warm up to, also forgetting some things like my headphones. So we're going to get this done and then we're going to get on to the rest of the day. So let's go. Yeah, so that was all right. Depth was good. Heart rate's gone up. That's a bit delayed, but it's probably going to go up to something like 100 beats per minute. So yeah, little rest and then 2 more sets, but you don't need to see those. Let's get these done and on to the next one. Okay, because we're all a little bit crazy, we're going to do some Bulgarians, okay? So what I'd always recommend when you do Bulgarians is sitting on the bench, have your legs straight out like so, and that'll be kind of like the distance where your front foot needs to be. So you just flatten that foot and then put the other leg up on the bench, okay? So that's quite a good range and area when it comes to like having that foot up, then that foot goes there, and then you've got a good distance away from the bench. So that's another good tip for you there, free of charge. Pre-workout in. So we're gonna do dumbbells today. Again, no idea weight that I'll be doing today. This exercise is obviously very taxing, so it needs to be done at the start. You don't want to be doing this at the end. And it's a single leg work. So rather than just doing squats, leg press, leg extension machine, leg curl, where both legs are involved, so one leg could be doing more than the other, maybe like a little bit, but over time, every leg day, that's obviously going to make an imbalance. We want to be doing some single leg work, so lunges are spot on. So yeah, for example, what we're going to do is we're going to get our stance with a free tip of deck, and then elegantly, heel goes up and the foot goes up, so I'm on my laces. I'm going to squat down around the front leg, okay? So already I feel that's a bit too shallow. I obviously didn't go out far enough, so about there. That's better. I can kind of remember on the line now on the floor. So back foot's up. I'm going to lunge down, get my back knee as close as come to the ground and up. So 1, 2, we're going to do 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, control, power, 8, 9, 10, good. You don't need to see the other video, the other leg, but what I'm going to do is obviously do the other leg, work up to a working weight, and then we'll get back on the video. Okay, so we've worked up to 22s. Oh, what did I start with? 16s, I think, or 14s. So we're on 22s now. Like the front squat, we're going to do 1 set videoed, probably just do 1 leg as well. And yeah, just show you what I mean with a working set. I am dripping right now. My heart rate hasn't come down from 140. This is leg day. And people just, again, a lesson that with my clients, underestimate like carbohydrates, rest, recovery, like calories. So many people want to be in a deficit. If I was in a deficit, man, and I hadn't been eating carbs, this workout would be not as good as it is. And I would be flagging a lot. So like just be in a maintenance minimum and then get active, build some muscle, and that's where your deficit will come. Everyone's so prioritizing the deficit of calories and it's stupid. Like, you want to perform well here, you want to kick ass, build some muscle, PB, train a lot as well, not just once a week. Like, and that those sessions be good, not just once a week, a good session, and the other ones are kind of below par. You want all of them to be good. So funnily enough, you got to fuel for them. And on days like this, you then start looking at adding more carbs because of the output that happens when you do leg day. So like leg day is a big muscle group, back day is a big muscle group. Those days have more carbs. But this is looking at a bit more like intermediate advanced kind of looking at it. Just to start off with, get yourself into maintenance and focus on the calories and protein. They're the ones that will help you long term. But anyway, as you could tell, putting this off, let's get this set done. Mate, the amount of sweat that came off then. Yeah, you don't need to see the other leg. Oh my God. I let the heart rate come down maybe 10 beats and I'll do the other leg. But yeah, and then going back on to the rest of the conversation, you would not want to be doing this at the end of your workout, you sadists. Okay, last one, when it comes to just a little bit of talking over it, and then I'm just going to crack on with the rest. You don't need to see leg curls and leg extensions. So we're going to do a dumbbell RDL. So the dumbbells are going to be one in each hand. We're going to have them in front of us, and we're going to think about scanning our leg. So we don't want to go anywhere away from our body. We want to keep them close, slight bend in the knee, and we're going to hinge. So that means we're going to shove our bum back as far as we can so I can feel my hamstrings. And then I'm going to use my hamstrings and glutes to stand up, okay? So we really want to reduce how much we're using our back to get up. So you can see the difference. As I stand, I'm going to squeeze my hamstrings and glutes to stand up, okay? So that is hamstring focused. If I were to kind of think about standing up tall, crown to the head with the dumbbells, I'll probably recruit a bit more lower back. So I really want to stretch my hamstrings and glutes on the way down, get my head in the muscle, and then I'm going to use these to make myself stand up. And that is a good lesson. Might not get it on the first set, but as these get tired, you'll really have a better chance of getting your mind in the muscle and really bully them on those last couple of sets. So like on the first video, other videos, I'm going to do a warm-up set and then I'll show you my working set. So while warming up, I thought of another cue that is quite good. So when you do the glute raises, it's good to isolate the lower half by keeping the torso straight. So you're breaking at the hip and squeezing the glute. What you're not doing is like breaking from the upper position, upper body. So the same with the RDL. If you keep your chin to chest here, we're going to break at the hips. We're going to focus on squeezing the hamstrings and glutes forward to finish the rep, and rather than like using the upper body to get tall. So I've worked up to 28 kilos and they're heavy. So dumbbells in front, we're going to shove our weight back. Yeah, that was tough. Sweating all over the place now. But yeah, heart rate hasn't come down for quite a while, so I'll let that come down and then into the last set. That'll probably be it for the video. I might sprinkle in a bit of accessories on the video, but I'll call it a day. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you leave that like and I'll see you in the next one.